Hey guys, this is Will. I'm just doing a quick video of my 2015 gear list and just kind of going through real quick of everything I'm going to be bringing for my March 1st start date going northbound. What I have over here is my ultralight bivy. It's about 7 ounces. It is still nylon, so it's really lightweight, but it also is going to help with just weather protection since I'm going to be using a tarp instead of a tent. Inside it, I have my Neo X-Lite sleep pad. It's 12 ounces. It's pretty comfortable compared to the fold-up pads, and it's I actually preferred the fold-up pads. It just didn't work as well with my pack being on the outside. I couldn't put on my rain cover, and so decided to go with it, even though it's a little bit harder because you have to blow it up every night. But it's definitely warmer, and it's more comfortable for sure. Next, I have my North Face sleeping bag. It's a 15-degree bag. It's a North Face Hightails 3S. It's 850 fill down bag, super warm, super comfortable. Has a draft tube. Does not have a draft collar, but it cinches up pretty well in the top face, so it's definitely very warm. Also for that, I'm going to have a silk sleep sack to put inside of it so that I can keep the bag a bit cleaner and maybe even help a little bit more with warmth for when it gets down a little bit lower than 15 or so. Here I have my tarp with my stakes. This is Cuban fiber. It's made by, let me check on that again. It's Hyperlight Mountain Gear. It's ridiculously light. It only weighs 8.5 ounces, and it's an 8.5 by 8.5 feet tarp. It's great. You can get it super taut when it rains. It just sheds right off, no problem at all. It's once you get it down with a bit more practice, it's really quick to go up and comes down even quicker. I brought a lot of stakes because what I read from very experienced tarp people, tarp campers, they all said the biggest mistake people do starting off tarp camping is not bringing enough stakes. So I've got 14 here. There's 8 of the MSR groundhogs and 6 of the Vargo titanium ones, and they all work great. These are for the the corners and the ridge lines, and these are just the extra ones for the sides to help bear the weight of the wind or any good storms that may come through. Got some Night Eyes reflective guy line, just extra, and then also some for bear bagging. My cooking system is going to be using the MSR Pocket Rocket. Great little stove with the isopropyl, bringing the 4-ounce canister just because it's a little lighter, but they last. I think I've cooked boiled water 12 times with one can before, and so they last great, and a little bit easier than the alcohol stoves. You can simmer, so it's easier to cook like pasta and stuff. Went with the GSI Soloist. It's a great little pot. Everything in my cooking system fits inside of it. The spork, the cup, the Pocket Rocket, everything goes inside of it. Great little system. This collapses up and holds everything real tight without having to put it in another sack or anything to hold everything together. So it's real nice compact system. A little heavier than most are probably going to be using on the AT. A lot of people use alcohol stoves just because they're crazy lightweight. My weather system or my rain gear is I've got a Mountain Hardwear pack cover. It's nice. It says the weight right on it, 4.5 ounces. I've got a Patagonia Houdini pant. It's not waterproof, but it's really water resistant. That's going to help with keeping my pants dry in the colder weather. And once it warms up, I may send those home. I have my gloves that are waterproof. These are just like neoprene. They're 1 millimeter, so they're really thin, really light, and that'll just help keep my hands a bit warmer. They're not super warm by any means, but it'll just help keep my hands dry, and I have a lot of dexterity in them, so when I'm setting up a tarp, it's not as hard if I'm wearing big, thick gloves, but it helps keep my hands from, getting too cold. That was just my steak bag. And then I have the Mountain Hardwear. It's one of their new jackets, just came out. I think it's called like the Stretch Ozonic. It's a little heavier than I wanted to go. The one I wanted from Marmot was out of stock, but this one, it's a really cool material to stretch for a 2-layer waterproof jacket. It's a really soft, really comfortable material. It's nice because most of the lighter ones don't all stuff into themselves, but this one does, and actually all this rain gear here will stuff into this, so it's nice that I can have all my rain gear in just one easy pouch that I can pull out when I need it. Up here I have my camp shoe. It's made by Vivo Barefoot. They're really lightweight. They're a bit lighter than Crocs. They're easy to put on, and they're inexpensive, so easy option there. Going to my electronics, my setup, I definitely have a bigger battery than most are probably bringing, but it charges my phone a whole bunch, and since I'm going to be using that for my trail guide, I just have the AWOL on a PDF, so I'm not actually bringing the paper version, and I really have to rely on my phone, so that's why I brought the big battery. That's the charging cord for it, so I can plug it into this. This is for my watch. I have a Suunto Ambit. Awesome watch. I'll do a review of that later, but it has elevation, storm alarm, temperature. It'll track our mileage. It does just about anything you could think of that you'd want measuring distance and athletic activities. Stick pick, I'll be using that with my trekking poles so that I can do videos and stuff. Headphones, just so I can listen to music. iPhone charger. This goes with my life briefcase, so if it's raining and I want to listen to music or something. This is a 2.1 amp charger, so it charges things a bit quicker than the smaller cubes, and it has 2 ports, which is nice, so I can charge up this and my phone or any other things I need. This is a stuff sack for my electronics, so I can just put them all in there and it keeps them dry. It's nice and lightweight. Going into my clothing system, these are just some Patagonia Zion pants. They're not the convertibles, but they actually roll up, which is pretty nice, so that you can get some ventilation and if it does warm up. Then I have just some running shorts that I've had for a while. They're really lightweight. They've got pockets and a mesh liner, so I won't have to wear anything else with them. This is my down coat. It's an Arc'teryx Serum LT. It's a lot like the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisper, right around the same. It's just a little bit heavier, but that's probably because it uses a little bit of a mixture of down and synthetic in the areas that get a bit more warmth or where you may start perspirating or getting wet, like in the cuffs. Patagonia Breeze, merino wool, so they don't stink. Same with this. Is a long sleeve Patagonia merino one, silk weight long sleeve shirt. Smart wool compression socks. They're just really comfortable and help with circulation, especially when I'm starting off and going to be sore. This is awesome. This is my Patagonia Cap 4 Expedition Weight hoodie. It's the top of it's awesome because it kind of turns into like a baklava when you have the hood on, and so it really keeps you nice and warm in the ears and the head, and it keeps you from having to bring an extra cap or anything really. This is, going away from clothes for a second, this is my seat. A lot of people buy the Thermarest Z seat or will buy the full pad and just cut up the Thermarest mat, and that's what I did. I just bought it from Amazon, bought the full one, and I can, once this one wears out, I can send more of the squares home. I've got the rest of it over there, and I'll have that in case I need to send some to me once this one wears out. Going back to clothing system, this is my Patagonia Cap 1 base layer. It's great shirt, synthetic, comfortable. These are Patagonia running tights. I'll be using that just for the colder months to keep me a bit warmer in the legs, and dries quick, it's comfortable, and they're got little pockets but not much, but for little stuff when I'm around camp, I may use them for camp pants some. Merino wool socks, smart wool, pretty basic, just short socks, not the long ones because I don't like when they start riding down or anything, but they won't stink because they're wool, and they're super light or ultra light and light cushioning. Then for shoes, I went with the Salomon Speed Cross. They're crazy traction on these shoes. I was out in the snow and the ice yesterday, and I wasn't slipping at all on them. They're super aggressive, but they may wear down a bit faster. But I've really enjoyed them, and hopefully they'll hold up for quite a while. But from what I've read, they seem to be pretty durable. Haven't tested them a lot with pack weight, but we'll see how that goes. But they're great shoes. Inside them, I have insoles by Sole. They make pretty good soles. They mold to your feet. You just put them in the oven, and it helps mold them to your feet. And they're great to use. From what I've read, they really help on the trail when your arches start wearing down a bit, or you start getting sore in the feet. They help add that support that you need. The pack I decided to go with an Osprey Exos 58. I went with the bigger one just so I have that little bit extra room when I need it, especially for food. When you get hungry, you want to be able to throw in as much as you can. It's a great pack. It's lightweight. One of the lightest packs you can find that aren't, Cuban fiber or sil nylon, that still has basically a lot of the extras that you don't necessarily need but make the trip a bit easier. It's got great hip belt, great ventilation, and basically anything, if you did want to make this pack lighter, everything on here, all the straps and stuff, everything can come off, and you can break it down to a bare essentials pack. And it's just an awesome pack. It's got Osprey's great warranty behind it, and so if anything were to go wrong with it on the trail, I've heard great stories that they are really great at helping you get it fixed when you need it. For a pack liner, I decided just to do, basic trash compactor bag. And it's easy. I can replace it if it gets worn out. And bought some extra Ziploc bags as well. Platypus water bottles is actually just my extra water that if I need more, or if I want to carry more than 2 liters at a time, or probably like for my kitchen cleaning and stuff, or cooking water, I'll use it for this. Then I also have just two 1 liter Smart water bottles that I'm going to be bringing for actually my drinking water while I'm hiking. And for filtering my water, I'm just using Aqua Mirror. Easy to use, and mostly everyone that I listened to that said they started off with a Sawyer squeeze and ended up switching into this system just because it was easier and didn't get clogged up or anything like the Sawyer squeeze can tend to do over time. Oh, skip my toiletries, but what I'm bringing here is just some Dr. Bronner's soap. It's you can use it for so much stuff: cleaning your kitchen, cleaning yourself, hair, just everything. So it's real good soap. Smells great. Peppermint flavor. Cut a toothbrush in half. I've got my knife sharpener in here. It's, I think, maybe an ounce. It's a really light knife sharpener, and I like to carry my knife with me, and so what I'm bringing for that is just my Benchmade that I always have on me, and it's great knife. Definitely heavier than most lightweight through hikers or ultra lightweight hikers take, but it's just something I'm used to carrying, so I stuck with it. Just some small travel toothpaste. I've got some earplugs in there for if I decide to do any shelters. Ibuprofen, some Band-Aids, just pretty lightweight on the first aid and stuff. I've got duct tape on my trekking poles as well, which trekking poles I decided to take, get some leaky, or I don't know, not quite sure how you pronounce it, leaky or lecky, the Quantum, just because I really like the locking system on it. It's really easy to use, easy to tighten if you want to. Just twist this and you can tighten it real easy, and it works great if your tent or your camping system has trekking poles to keep it up instead of tent poles, and which with the tarp is definitely the way it is, or easier way to do it with trekking poles. You can use sticks and stuff as well, but this is a bit easier and you don't have to go looking for that stuff. But haven't used them much. I've actually never used trekking poles before backpacking, but seems to be the way to go for the Appalachian Trail, so I got a pair. And my extra shoes that I'll have sent to me on the trail later on once my first pair wears out. Also some socks to go with them, and more of that Thermarest Z-Lite to be sent for chairs or seats if I need them. Some different jackets that I've been debating on bringing or switching out is this is the Arc'teryx Serum, or not the Arc'teryx, this is the Atom AR. This is the heavier one that is newer, but it's super warm. It's warmer than my down, actually. It's great jacket, super comfortable, super great cut. Probably my favorite jacket I've ever owned, but it's a bit heavier. It weighs around 16 ounces, and so I wasn't sure if I'm going to bring it, but I'm thinking about bringing it just for the colder part when I may get wet, because it'll keep me warmer than the down if it gets wet out, and so maybe taking that at first and then switching to the down a little later. And then I have over here is a Mountain Hardwear ratio vest that I'll probably take. It goes into a pillow, and it's comfortable, and I bet you I have a feeling when I'm hiking and stuff I'm not going to be wanting such a heavy coat, and so I may bring that as well. And it doesn't weigh too much. It's I think around 8 or 9 ounces, and so I may be bringing that as well, but kind of still figuring the three out and finding out what I'm actually going to take. And that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, and have any questions, leave a post. I'll also post a link to my gear list with all the ounces on everything, and be updating that, and I'll probably do a after trail video as well, just to see what I decided worked and what I decided to get rid of and didn't end up needing. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in.